Have you noticed that a lion will never be tempted with grass? Why? Does grass not have nutrients? It has. In fact, the healthier you eat, the more grass will be in your plate. You know what we call grass here? All those leaves. Huh? When we're growing up, we say, eat vegetables, don't give me grass. I'm not a goat. I saw somebody's Christmas post on their status, and they said, please, if I visit your house this Christmas, please make sure that you add cream to that salad. I'm not a goat. I don't eat grass. And I replied to the person, I'm like, go with your salad now. They've tried for you. They gave you, go with your cream. The person tried for you. They gave you salad. There's even the sachet one. Partition for every visit. And it's not heavy to carry. You can pocket square. It won't show. Once they bring the grass, just take the sachet, cut it, and mix it, so that we'll know that you are not a goat. I don't care what salad cream you put on grass. It's not temptation for the lion. And it's not because the lion is educated. It's not because the lion was told not to do so. It's because the lion knows who he is. The most powerful thing I know about identity is, number one, identity will remove from the options of your temptations the number of things that can possibly tempt you away from focus on your destiny path. Once you settle identity, I don't care how many goats sing. Maybe goats will have a Sound of Heaven company and they sing. I don't care how good they sing about grass. If the lion walks into their midst, he's not thinking about the grass, he's thinking about them that are singing. You can't tempt him with grass. Pour salad, sing his praise, decorate it. It does not occur as temptation. And it's not because he's trying. It's because his identity is settled. Settled. Yes. The maximum hack to breaking addiction is settling identification. Settle your identity. One day, the guy smoking weed will discover that the meaning of being unable to smoke weed is that he has bowed to the lordship of a leaf. That he cannot say no to a leaf. A particular leaf is pounded, and every time he's by himself, his body will be doing him smoke that. The leaf will be calling him, and he cannot say no. The day he discovers that it is by identity, a man should not be at the command of pounded leaves. That pounded leaves should not be one of the things that is too strong and is overpowering him. That in the presence of other men with biceps, triceps, people with power, people with money, people with influence, the thing he can't resist is the call of a leaf. The leaf is calling him. He can't resist it. His journey out has begun because he settles the matter of his identity. Identity will save you from many things that used to be temptation, that looked like temptation. You move up in identity, they no longer surface anymore. Identity will also put you where your real value is at. So it removes what can possibly tempt you. It gives you the right image of who you actually are. Then what else can stop you? That's the combination for being unstoppable. Because it means that now your focus is laser. Your focus is like laser. Because the things that used to tempt you before do not tempt you anymore. And you fully now have a good appreciation of who you are, your value. So you can go for it without anything stopping you. Because you know who you are. Identity is a big, big, big deal. But this is the thing about identity. Identity always has a reference point. Identity will always be in reference to something else. For example, you cannot have a Nigerian identification card if Nigeria does not exist. You cannot identify as Nigerian except that there is the backdrop of a whole system, a national system called Nigeria. So, you cannot identify as God or anything God has said to you in prophecy except that you are well furnished and established in what makes your identity possible. We draw our identity from God. God is so great, it would be wrong to call him great. God is greatness. All the greats get their greatness from God. God is so powerful, it would be wrong to call him powerful. He's power itself. Anything that is powerful got some power from God. He's not among the powerful. God, I've told you before, God is not the wisest. He's not the all-wise God. He's more. He's the only wise God. Anything that is wise got some wisdom from God. He's not just beautiful. He's so beautiful, it would be wrong to call him beautiful. He's beauty. He's what makes other things beautiful. Anything that has God, beautiful. Anything that doesn't have God is not beautiful. That person is more than beautiful. That person is... He's beauty itself. To get your identity from that kind of God and be truly convinced about who you are changes the game. It changes the game instantly. Your identity is what God says about you. Your mindset is what you think about yourself. Your maturity is how much your mindset has grown into your identity. Did you hear what I said? Talk to me if you heard me say, I hear you. Your identity is what God says. Ye are gods, all of you, children of the Most High. Your mindset is what you know about yourself. Your maturity level is how much your mindset has grown to meet your identity. The gap between your maturity is that gap between your mindset and your identity. Nothing happens because of your identity. Everything happens because of your maturity. You don't get everything in your identity because it's your identity. The only things you can get from your identity per time, per season, are the things that your maturity allows. Your closeness to your identity is your maturity. And the way that you build your maturity is by being willing to push your... I wish I brought people up stage. I don't have the time. If there was a brother here, I don't have time. The decision to push that brother forward in the direction of the other brother who may be there. The best I can do for him to reach that person, the weight, the strength I apply. Because many times our mindsets are leaning backwards. Our mindsets like convenience. Don't stress me. Don't disturb me. Don't push me. Don't stretch me. Don't talk to me anyhow. Be careful with me. You don't know where I'm from. The decision to push. Can we try it? Sound of heaven. Give me two brothers. Let's go. Quickly. Precious, stand there. Stand there. Okay. By that speaker. And face this way. Come, stand here. This is the identity. This is my identity. This is my mindset. The spirit realm does not reward me for my identity. Doesn't. It's mine, but God says you will not have it. You will still fall like men, although I called you gods and children of the Most High, except something happens to the bank where you know and you understand. Because he came to the bank, he says, we don't honor this one. We just write it legally. It's yours legally. But this is not how life responds to you. So God leaves that one and says he writes it who you are. He writes it. He writes it and keeps it. This is the destiny. You are God's. All of you, without exception, children of the Most High. Then he comes and said, this is what we honor. Lean towards me. Then he tries to push it and he says, there's not enough here. He doesn't know. It's light. But although it's light, it will not move. He doesn't want to understand. Stand up. Then he comes back and then he says, although you are God's, children of the Most High, because you do not know, neither will you agree to understand. And all the foundations of the earth that will allow you walk from where your mindset is to where your identity is waiting. Maybe you should turn around and face him. Waiting, hoping that something pulls from here. He says all the causes, the connections between mentality and identity. He said all the causes are bad, so I can't push. They're out of course. The foundations are out of course. So I'm unable to push this guy because it's rough and dark. If I push him, I'll kill him because he will walk in darkness. He will stumble. The causes are bad. He's too light. Yet he will not move. If I push him more than what he allows, I'll break him. So God says, you stay like this. This is the combination for a great fall. When there are things that you are, that you will never become, you are falling. That's the meaning of a fall. To live in a tension where you are things that you still cannot become. You are falling. It's like a child. A child is a human being. But a child is not a full-grown man. Within the child is the ability to become a full-grown man. But that he has it in ability does not make him a man. If he does not push towards it, he will be many things he will never become. Do you understand this analogy? Thank you. Help me bless them. Give them a hand. Thank you, guys. That's the meaning of that story. So what am I telling you? The idea of mindset is not something you should wish will change. It's something you fight to push. You push, you fight. You fight to push it. You don't have a new year because I prophesied new year. No. No. Everything I do prophesy new year is I'm standing here. Identity. It doesn't change anything. Except you are willing to adjust your life to partner with what is in prophecy. Prophecy speaks from identity. If you're not willing to set the courses back and turn the light of understanding on and push yourself. One of the proofs that you need to push yourself is when you try to do something different or higher than what you used to do and you notice that it's hard. You notice that it's hard, you can't change it. You heard First Lady say, maybe you used to be, wake up in the morning, go to my cell phone, answer all yesterday's messages, and then you don't know what happens in your life from there. As you're going into the bathroom, you're going with your cell phone, you're brushing with your cell phone, you bath with your cell phone, you come up with your cell phone, you're in everybody else's life except yours. Then the most vital part of the day, the morning time, the time for ideation, the time for inspiration, the time for contemplation, the time to clean the lens of your camera and set the focal point on and pull your target and plan to shoot something heavy that day. That time is gone. Then one day you hear Ethel's message and he says, this is what to do, this is what to do. Then one day you wake up and then you notice that you remembered Ethel's message, but you still kept the same cycle. You know what that thing is telling you? This thing is not going to change just because you are aware. Huh? Talk to me. You're going to push. Sometimes you're going to find people who you can indoctrinate for the push. Not because they are interested, because you know that we are better together. You want to pray 1 hour every day. You try it for 1 week. But you max out in 15 minutes. And you do it for 2 weeks. You're still maxing out 17 minutes. Then you call a friend and say, oh boy, how far your prayer life now? Say, it's fine, but it can be better. I say, I have a plan. We'll start a Zoom call. 1 hour, me and you. Pray for 1 hour. Then we'll go on another day. Say, really? We can do that? So let's try it. I'm not really sure, but let's just, what's the harm in trying? You notice that you have a greater chance with somebody else on the other side of that call. Why? Because it might be heavy for one person, it will be lighter for two people. It's your mindset, oh, it's still your mindset. But more people against your mindset will push it. Yeah, will push it. Push it. Commanding your mornings on break. We're on a Sabbath. We're on a listening Sabbath. We're breaking the cycle of talking to God. It's about a whole month of just listening to the Spirit. If that program did you any good, by now, without an alarm, at the time you used to pray, something will wake up within you. And you will connect to an invisible prayer network of other people who are also praying at that time, anywhere around the world. You will join that group and you start pushing. Not because anybody called you to, but because you know that life does not honor identity. Identity is what is settled in heaven. You don't live in heaven, you live on the earth. Forever thy word, oh God, is settled. This is not, we don't live in heaven, we don't eat angels' breads, we live here. What it honors is maturity, pushing your mindset.